The Lord be with you.
And also with you.
Welcome. What a joy it is to gather as a community to give thanks. I want to extend a special welcome and thank you this afternoon to Mayor Esther Cawthorn for our flowers, to Eddie Lyles for the live stream and setup, to Elizabeth Scribner, our pianist and choir director, and to our worship leaders, Chaplain Annie Van Hook, Chaplain Trish Carter, Chaplain Intern Dale Smith, Resident Council Chair Eldon Rucker, and the Cedar Field Community Choir. We're so grateful to you for your presence and your leadership in this service. And we're grateful to all of you for carving out the time to be here and give thanks. Spiritual writer Elaine St. James notes, there's a self-expansive aspect of gratitude. Very possibly, it's a little-known law of nature. The more gratitude you have, the more you have to be grateful for. May our hearts indeed be stirred in such a way that we become more and more aware of the abundance in all of our lives. Let us worship.
I invite you to stand for our call to worship. Oh God, we thank you for the earth, our home.
For the wide sky and the blessed sun.
For the salt sea and the running water.
For the everlasting hills.
And the never-resting winds.
For trees and the common grass underfoot.
We thank you for our senses.
By which we hear songs of birds.
And see the splendor of the summer fields.
And taste of the autumn fruits.
And rejoice in the feel of the snow.
And smell the breath of the spring.
Grant us a heart wide open to all this beauty.
And save our souls from being so blind.
That we pass unseeing.
When even the common thorn bush
is aflame with your glory.
O
God our Creator, who lives and reigns forever and ever.
Let's remain standing and join in singing, "Come Ye Thankful People, Come." Please be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. I invite you to listen to this reading of Psalm 126. When the Lord restored the fortunes of Zion, then we were like those who dream. Then was our mouth filled with laughter, and our tongue with shouts of joy. Then they said among the nations, "The Lord has done great things for them. The Lord has done great things for us, and we are glad indeed. Restore our fortunes, O Lord, like the watercourses of the Negev. Those who sowed with tears will reap with songs of joy. Those who go out weeping, carrying the seed, will come again with joy, shouldering their sheaves." The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Hello, everybody. My name is Trish Carter, and it is my joy to serve Cedarfield as a chaplain. It's not everyone who can say that they love their job, but I do. I'm not going to begin my thoughts on gratitude with gratitude. I'm going to begin with the reason we all so desperately need it. It may surprise you to know that the primary threat to us is our own anger. When we do not learn to handle our own anger well, it will danger or destroy us. The mishandling of anger is related to every present and future problem we have, and it damages many of our relationships. AARP in 2019 published an article concerning the impact of anger on our health. In this article, various doctors weighed in on the connections between anger and our heart health in particular. The article concludes by indicating that learning from anger is as important as any dietary change you can make for your heart. People just don't realize the extent of its damage. The good news is that we can learn how to handle our impulses when dealing with anger. Anger and resentment are emotions that often go together. Resentment is a feeling of bitterness that individuals experience. Resentment is the re-experiencing of past injustices, real or perceived, and old feelings of anger connected to them. Resentments form when we steadfastly hold on to anger toward people, institutions, and situations. Dutch priest and author Henry Nouwen describes resentment as cold, agonizing anger. When hot anger grows cold, it hardens your heart and wreaks havoc in your life. Resentment makes you suspicious, cynical, depressed. Resentment becomes a way of being. Many of us live with cold anger, the deep feeling that life has let us down, that we suffer unjustly, and that nothing can be done about our complaints. Resentment is vicious because it makes human relationships and community life so difficult. It prevents us from seeking forgiveness, and it robs us of our joy. The opposite of resentment is gratitude. Gratitude enables us to let go of anger. Moving from resentment to gratitude requires moving toward something that is more life-giving. Resentment blocks action, but gratitude lets us move forward toward new possibilities. New possibilities. And in order to move from resentment to gratitude, we need to admit our resentments. By doing this, we make space for forgiveness and freedom. Once our resentments are acknowledged, we may then look with new eyes, and we can find the things for which we are grateful, even the little things. An extreme example of the power of gratitude can be found in Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning. He tells the impossible story of a young woman whose death he witnessed in a concentration camp. He said that the young woman knew that she would die in the next few days. He was stunned that she was cheerful in spite of this knowledge. Frankl went on to reveal that the source of her countenance was that she chose to be grateful over feelings of bitterness or anger. He concluded, the state of the prisoner's inner self was not so much the psychophysical causes as it was the result of a free decision. A free decision. This Thanksgiving, I am truly grateful for free access to resentment's antidote. Join me in a search to flip resentment over and have your life transformed by gratitude. My challenge for each of us is to think of something, just one thing, that causes you anger, something that you resent. Once you have that thing in your mind, I want you to do your very best to flip it and try to think of gratitude. Some simple examples are resentment. Waiting in traffic may cause resentment concerning those around us who have somewhere else to go as well. Gratitude. Try, just try, listing the reasons to be grateful right then and there. All the better if the gratitude is directly related to the resentment. I'm grateful I have a car. I'm grateful I can afford to put gasoline in it. I'm grateful for a place to go. I'm grateful that I want to get somewhere enough to bother resenting the others in my way. With each passing statement of gratitude, you may find your brow unfurling and the tension in your shoulders relaxing. If you choose to accept my challenge, you could start small. There are little yellow pieces of paper on these marble tables on the side. Feel free to take one with you as you go. And then later, when you're all by yourself, write down something you resent. Say it out loud. Acknowledge it. Own it. Then flip the paper over and see if you can find something for which you are grateful. I wish each of you a journey toward gratitude with God's help.
a prayer of thanksgiving. Let us join our hands and hearts in gratitude on this wondrous day, where we have abundance of our lives before us. We remember on this day of bounty all of those who do not have enough, who are afraid, who are lonely, and who suffer. We wish for the abundance of this world to be shared, for fear to become love, for the lonely to feel welcomed, and for the suffering to know rest and joy. For the labors, the love, the care that gave us the delights of this and every day, we say thanks. For the nourishment of our spirit, the challenges that strengthen us, and the friends we have on the journey, we sing thanks. For all that is our lives, for these good gifts, we whisper thanks. Overflowing with gratitude, let us shout thanks. Amen.
Now I invite you to stand that we might join together in singing, "We Gather Together."
That passes all understanding dwell in your hearts and minds this and every day. And as you leave this place, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and love your neighbors as yourself. Go in peace.